Welcome to Digital Hospitality. I am your host, Shawn Walchef. This is a Cali BBQ Media production. We are coming to you from Nashville, JW Marriott Restaurant Transformation Festival. I am with Michael Forte, who is the operating partner at Millennial Restaurant Group, running Blaze Pizzas.
That's correct.
I am very excited to have you on the show. I appreciate you taking the time. I know it's busy. I know there's a lot of content out there, but welcome. Thank you for being here.
Well, thanks for having me.
Tell me, why do you leave your restaurants to come to an event like this?
Well, you know, there's a lot to be learned when you get away from those four walls in the restaurant. You know, when you're there, you're just having to just do what's got to be done. And then when I come to an event like this, I learn how to go back there and make that easier.
Yeah.
That's the main reason I come to events like this.
Bring me back to Blaze Pizza first, when you guys first started this Blaze journey.
So I had some partners I used to be a Wendy's franchisee with, and we sold those. And he said, "What are you going to do now?" And I was like, "Well, I'm not going to make enough money in this sale to, retire, nor did I want to at 52."
Yeah.
So he said, "Well, we're looking at a new concept." I said, "What is it?" He said, "Blaze Pizza." So I checked it out. He said, "What do you think?" I said, "It sounds great. Let's do it." So came along for the ride. That was 10 years ago.
Wow.
We opened our first location. We have 28 as a franchise
28,
group. And
incredible.
we opened our first location in June of 2014 in Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
We have 5 in the state of Kentucky, 5 in Tennessee, and 18 in Florida.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me about Florida. Why is Florida so hot?
A lot of money down there. One of our partners has dual residency, so he likes to spend half the year in Florida. So Florida made sense for him, and we have a lot of great locations down there. We're in all the big cities, Jacksonville, Tampa, Orlando area. We run the Blaze Pizza at Disney Springs.
Sweet.
Which is a really
Very cool.
special, great location for us. And then, in Kentucky, we're in Louisville and Lexington, and Tennessee, we're in Knoxville, where I live. And then I have restaurants right here in the Nashville area as well.
Amazing. Did you check on the restaurants here?
I did on Friday and Saturday.
And how are they doing? How are they doing?
They're doing great.
Tell us about Disney Springs. That's a huge opportunity. How did that come about?
Yeah, so, originally the founders held that property as kind of what they had to decide at some point what they wanted to do with it. They had first right of refusal. Did they want to run it as a company-owned restaurant or whatever? Eventually, they were impressed with us as operators and asked Millennial Restaurant Group to become the operator there in partnership with the parent company. So, and we do, lots of sales. About four times what our other restaurants are doing, and about 8 times what the average Blaze Pizza is doing in our system.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's a busy place.
What's the plans for 2024 and beyond?
Yeah, so we're opening a restaurant next week on Monday.
Congratulations!
In Lake Nona, which is in the Orlando area.
Very cool.
And I'm going to go down and spend a little time at that restaurant that week. I have one of my employees that helps me manage this Nashville area. He's down there being a part of that opening team as well. So we have that, and then hopefully we're going to continue to find ways that we can expand our company, find new locations. But I don't think we have anything else opening this year, but certainly into 2025 we'll have a few more.
What do you guys do special for openings?
Well, probably the biggest thing we do is the second day we're open, not the first. The first day we get the jitters out. But
like true professional right there.
The second day we do free pizza day.
Okay.
Come get a free pizza. That's all there is to it. Anybody who wants to get in line, wait in line all day long because it takes a while to get through the line. But we have lines, from open till close, and we just give away free pizza. It's just our way that we get to introduce ourselves to a neighborhood, to a community, so they can find out what Blaze Pizza is all about.
If we have anybody that's more on the rookie side of running restaurants, of operations, what kind of advice would you give to them? What have you learned?
Yeah, it's a great question, and it's hard to come up with a concise answer, but I would tell you probably 2 things. Be super prepared, and then invest in the people behind whatever you're doing. Invest enough labor so that your team can get the job done and do it with excellence.
That's great. For you, what gets you excited?
Well, again, I get excited about that very thing. I have in my, I'm the partner of the Tennessee restaurants that oversees the operations here. Just in my organization alone, I have almost 500 employees.
Wow.
So, and then in our company, we have about 1,300 in our 28 restaurants. So I just get excited about going out and spend time with my people, seeing all the great things they're doing in our restaurants. And, it gives me a chance to coach them up a little bit too when we're not maybe hitting all the marks we'd like to hit. So
how do you guys do marketing for?
So a number of ways. When we have a new restaurant, I mentioned this free pizza day.
I love that.
We also follow that up with a bunch of mail out free pizzas as well. But once we get beyond a new restaurant, we have a great loyalty app that we try to get people signed up on, and we can advertise to people through that. Like we have a pretty big reach with that. And we're not quite big enough. I think Blaze has right now about 260 restaurants nationwide and a few internationally, but we're not quite big enough to have big advertising dollars, right? So we do digital media through places like Cox Media and stuff, and we get on digital channels. We do social. That's all managed by Blaze, the corporate entity. But we're out there on social media.
That's great.
They do a lot of geography-based things. Technology's crazy these days, right? So if you get near a Blaze Pizza and you're on your Instagram app, you may get served up a Blaze Pizza ad, right?
Cool.
So stuff like that.
That's great. And tell me about Restaurant 365. When did you guys find out about it? When did you implement it?
So we had an in-house accountant up until 2017 when we joined Restaurant 365. He decided he didn't want to be our accountant anymore. There was a parting of the ways. Problem was he owned the accounting software that we were using.
Oh, wow.
So we were faced with a decision about, do we want to hire a different accountant that has software or buy a legacy system of software? Because there's some old legacy systems.
Yep.
I don't know if you've seen the printouts
with the
holes on the side. Those are the things that would come out of those old systems. Or we started looking at new technologies that were out there.
Yeah.
Our managing partner, Wayne Albritton, had met one of the founders of Restaurant 365, and he said, hey, and I'm kind of on the team. I told you my title's operating partner, but my unofficial title is kind of our chief systems officer, if you will. So, because we don't really have that role, it's an honorary title. I don't get paid any extra for it. But I was on the team with my colleague Bart Powell, who you might have met a minute ago.
Yeah.
And we started checking out companies like Restaurant 365, and we just felt like they were the best for us. We dove in, and they've been fantastic partners for us. And it's really interesting because when we started in 2017, we got in for just accounting and inventory management.
Yep.
And that's really all they did. And we said to them, if you guys had real-time interaction with our POS systems, you could be a total solution for us.
Yeah.
But because you can't do that, we have to have another platform to help our managers with reports and other things like that. Well, they said, it's probably not going to happen. They're like, we're really just accountants, and this is what we do. And today, they are doing about 90% of what we had wished they were going to do in 2017. And in fact, another reason that Barb and I are here is that we're on a journey to eliminate some of the other platforms we use to kind of be total in on Restaurant 365 as our total solution by hopefully mid-year next year.
What's the 10% that I need to talk to Tony Smith and Morgan and John about?
Oh, they need to make a few more improvements to the schedule module. Yeah.
All right.
Because it's better than it ever has been.
Okay.
But it's not like on par with what most of the industry would tell you that hot schedules is probably the Cadillac of schedule modules for restaurants. And so they got a little bit of growth to do there to get on par with that. But I have full confidence they're going to do it.
Well, we believe in honest feedback. The reason why we love the companies that we work with is that they're open to learning. They know, I mean, we're restaurant people, so
right.
we get feedback on a daily basis from our customers, and if
whether
we're not
we want it or not,
whether we want it or not, but the best companies, the best leadership know how to take that feedback and build something better.
Yeah.
And to your point, when you started with Restaurant 365, it's one thing, and now to think how far they've come just in the 6-7 years that you guys have been on the platform is pretty incredible. We're grateful for the time. Thank you for sharing your wisdom with us. If you guys are listening to this, please join us on LinkedIn Live every Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific time. That's a chance for you, the viewer, you, the listener, to join us on stage. We want to hear about your restaurant. If you're in sales, if you're in marketing, we have digital hospitality leaders. It's a chance for you to be on the podcast. Michael, are you on LinkedIn?
I am.
All right, we will put Michael's contact if you want to reach out to Michael. Blaze Pizza, how can we come and enjoy your pizza? What do you get? What's the go-to order? What's your P-mix? Give me the P-mix.
The build your own's the way to go. Because,
build your own.
What
do people? There's got to be what do people typically build?
Well,
is it meat or veggies?
Guys like you and me, give me all the meats, but some other people
might be veggies.
Might be all veggies. But the beauty of what we do is you can do it however you want.
Does pineapple go on pizza?
A lot of people think so.
Do you guys serve pineapple?
We do.
You do?
But I grew up in Long Island, New York. I don't think it belongs there, but we offer it. So.
But you offer it. Well, we appreciate the time. Please check out Restaurant 365 Transformation Tour events. They happen all over the country. It is a chance for you to get outside of your restaurant, learn something, meet incredible leaders. I mean, one of the coolest things for me is just sitting down for breakfast and lunch and talking to the people that are at the table. It's a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah.
It's a wealth of knowledge. I appreciate you joining our community, joining the show. Thank you for taking the time. If you guys want to reach out to me, Shawn P. Walchef on all the platforms. I'm weirdly available. As always, stay curious, get involved, and don't be afraid to ask for help. We'll catch you guys next week.